And I feel like the topics like the one topic I was gonna like. I'm gonna do the good side of this part first, because I feel like we have to like we have to draw a wedge of this humor. So the World Wrestling Entertainment business.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
It was on the docket. It was on the docket. So the World Wrestling Federation was bought, acquired TKO. The Rock is now the new board of directors.
Okay.
They got a new one?
Yeah, I think he's like the official one now. And he gets his name and whatever.
Now
I think it was 10 bill. 10 is it 10 bill for them to go to Netflix? So Raw, Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. Okay.
These innuendos, man. It's going to Netflix.
Okay.
Whole new meaning of Netflix and chill.
That's a whole yes.
I'm watching Raw.
Now,
Oh, no.
now that you mentioned Netflix, though, that means
I'm sorry, Zakia. Sorry.
wait. That means hold on. That means Netflix is leaning on like live content though, in a way.
I think they still do live content because they get paid doing live content. But
Right.
like,
That's funny.
I think it's one of those things where it's like,
Or like
on Monday night, everything is on Monday night. I'm assuming like all the events like soccer, basketball, everything's on Monday night now.
right.
So it's like they're battling those sales when you could just stream, I guess.
Okay.
So
But no, but I was saying like you go on Netflix and growing up, Raw was like 9:00, right? So I'm assuming you go on 9:00 Eastern Standard Time, whatever your standard time is, and you see like WWE, like wow, okay. Netflix is going in a different direction. Okay.
I remember the times
We're
back
doing
in the day.
lives?
They're doing like this segment only. When Raw is live, we're gonna patch it to our thing, and I guess anyone that's on Netflix can watch.
Maybe maybe that might be this live.
That would be okay.
But I mean, Netflix has done like you can play San Andreas on Netflix now. Like you know what I mean?
And Chris Rock's special was live too, actually.
Right. So I'm
Okay.
thinking the way I'm seeing it is like, yeah, it's gonna be on Netflix. They're making money all over the place. And then I watched Royal Rumble yesterday, and my goodness, that was a good. The woman, not trying to make it sound like it can't happen or whatever. No, the women's Royal Rumble was way better than the men's Royal Rumble.
Way better.
Way better. Way better. Because it's like, one, they introduced that, WWE, like, the women's wrestling, they were kicking them in the face, like, oh! Like, remember, just back in the day, wrestling wasn't like, for women, it was kind of, like, they had women wrestling, but, like, a lot of time it's just sexualized and, bra and panties match, and they just roll around and, just for the weird
The
people,
fetish.
the
Yeah,
fetish
yeah.
people. But now it's like wrestling.
Right.
Yeah.
Wrestling, like, and they brought like Jordan Grace from TNA, which is a whole different company,
Right. Yeah.
and they're working together. So what I like is WWE's kind of branching out to work with other companies, and other companies are doing it. What they called it the Forbidden Door. So like AEW has some like the Forbidden Door. So literally, it's like a door. Open it. It could be anybody from any franchise.
Really.
And they come out and they can perform. They can do whatever. So it can be
Right.
from any franchise. But the thing about it, if they close the door, that means they're not going back.
Oh.
So it's a cool little concept, I guess, or whatever. So
So it's like they're coming to trade into your.
right, I may be wrong how it goes, but I think that's I may be close enough. Don't all the wrestling fanatics don't come after me, please.
Jeez.
I know you guys take your wrestling
That was
serious.
a real big thing. Like,
Yeah.
What, 2000 and probably like what, 1 to 05 was definitely
Wrestling.
wrestling.
What you remember?
Yeah, like it was. A
You
big
don't go to
thing.
99. For me, it's like
I remember it was
97.
Stone Cold The Rock
Well,
time.
I mean, I didn't watch wrestling growing up, but like when it really became something where it was prominent and in my face was definitely like around the 2000s.
Yeah.
And then that's when it like, cause what, 2005 would have been in high school by then. It was like, that's when,
Kind of dwindled.
yeah, it's dwindled because then it's like people who were like into wrestling, that's when in high school they were like, oh, don't you know it's fake?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that was when it was like 2000 to 2005. It was big, like it might.
Rock, Stone
like
Cold.
the listers, you know,
You know.
right? So it's like all of that, and then to know that it's still going on as big as it is now,
This is a big fan base.
it's crazy.
It's a big fan base.
Yeah.
I've been watching it, but I just haven't been saying anything.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't think it was like cool. It's like anime when it just came out. You know, people were like, "Oh, you watch anime?"
This is true.
Quick sidebar about that. There was a stigma
Behind it.
you know what? It was before Dragon Ball Z. If you're kind of watching it, like
You watching niggas charge up for 2 episodes? Like, yes.
Yes, right. Nah, but when Dragon Ball Z dropped though, that even other people that weren't into anime like that, even hood people, not hood people, but like people you least expect, like once they were
Watch
into it,
Dragon Ball Z.
and then from there that started like the gateway for some reason.
Pokemon, Digimon was a thing.
Right.
Man, me, people really thought they were Gohan. They would just start yelling. It's like, you're getting beat up, and the man just start charging up. Ah! Like in the middle of the field. It's like, what's wrong with this?
Like right.
What's wrong with this guy? Yo, leave him alone.
Okay.
You know?
But Dragon Ball Z, when it came to America, that it did
Everyone was involved.
everyone, right?
YTV
cliquish.
screwed it up for me, but you know, it was thing. And then everybody was on like Inuyasha at one point.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Death Note.
yes. And then Naruto, and then
Naruto was.
when Naruto kicked in, I was like, okay.
I was in Naruto in college. Pause.
Yeah.
I was watching Naruto in college, and it was that time. It was serious. Like, I just remember waiting weeks and weeks, and then it's like, I can't wait any longer. I gotta read this now.
Wow.
And then you're reading it to watch it, waiting for it to come on the show, and then obviously Attack on Titan blew everybody up, and everybody's like back in it again. And there's a bunch, Jujutsu Kaisen, all them on something.
Oh, but big shout out Gundam Wing. Holy shit.
Gundam Wing was a thing,
That
man.
was
Ninja Scroll, Escaflow. There was some things.
Right? Now, just to bring it
Hamtaro,
back- and even
I cannot. Not Hamtaro.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh is not considered. Yeah, that's for that. Sorry.
I cannot.
Wait, no. Well,
I don't think Caribbean households were allowing Yu-Gi-Oh a pass.
Oh, witchcraft! Blue-eye magician!
yeah.
Witchcraft!
Yeah,
Blue-
the amount
Well,
of
no,
times
that-
Illumin something was stated in there, and they're like, Alumawa! Like,
Yo, wow.
no, man.
What?
wow.
No.
Only God is
It was
Jesus
not.
Christ of
The
Nazareth.
amount of times the man did the little hand,
Oh.
and they were like, absolutely not.
Like, the funny thing is, the thing about it, I think Naruto I got a pass because me explaining that to I thought about it if I was a kid explaining Naruto to my parents, I don't think it would go well. Because you're telling them, what is it? It's a kid that was born and has a demon inside him. Say what?
What? That's
There's
it.
a 9-tailed demon. 9? Yeah, he's a demon, and you know when he gets mad, it comes out sometimes, and but it's locked into his body. Oh no, you're not watching that.
See,
No, you
after-
can't
yeah.
watch no demon, nothing in my house.
Yeah. But then if you were to say he's just trying to separate from it, they would have allowed it.
No, but that's not true. You're lying. Next time he starts watching it with you, let's watch this exhortation, and it's like, hold on, him friend with the demon. How come you tell me, sir? You know what I mean? How come they're having problems?
But in comparison to Yu-Gi-Oh,
Okay, I don't know. Man.
I mean, Naruto to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's not that Naruto was really befriending the dragon. It was just that he knew he had to contain it. Otherwise, if he let it go, it would cause chaos.
Wasn't there Shaman King when it was like legit?
Oh.
Like, guys were fighting with like dead spirits. There's like a dead spirit type thing.
Right.
Explain that to a Caribbean parent.
Or like JoJo's Bizarre. Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre.
You're not duppy dance. Get. You know what I mean? But
But to bring it back to this this company.
yeah, so
WWE.
they had a good. It was a good event. I'll say that it was a good event. The woman Royal Rumble was amazing.
Right.
Jade Cargill debuted for the first time, and she's strong. Like she's strong. Like I didn't know. Like I know she looks fit, beautiful, whatever. But like I didn't know how strong she was until I seen her like
Well, if somebody else.
lift that big Nia Jax.
Right. Okay.
Man, I'm just having I'm having a rough day today, man. But lift her up with one hand.
Oh wow. Okay.
And like one hand and like bouncing through her over. And I know people say it's fake, but like to lift somebody like that, like
It still takes a
Yeah.
partnership.
yeah, it still takes strength. Like, you know, even in Pasta Pasta days, we seen Elephant Man and all those people and all these people, you know, there's a feat of strength. People competing to lift, you know,
Yes.
people.
What did they say?
Yes.
The
A fluffy.
A
fluffy.
fluffy. Yes. It's a great way of saying a fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But long story short, Vince McMahon has resigned. If you guys know Vince McMahon,
Has he?
wait, hold on, wait. Before you,
That's a whole other.
wait.
The way you lined that up was.
Wait, hold on. Before you jump into that, so the event was good, but while that was happening, something else was bubbling.
Yes.
Take it away.
Yeah.
so basically, this is not the first time.
That's the
Mr. Vince McMahon, the head chairman of the WWE. If you guys know him, you watch WWE back in the day, you know he played like a major role in a lot of things in the wrestling
industry.
industry.
He is one of the founding fathers. Actually,
one of the big guys. See what I'm saying?
he is.
yeah, he's
Like
yeah.
He
he took
is.
over
Yeah.
took over WCW, ECW. He made sure WWE is the one like you know of. Like
Yeah.
there's no other, nothing like no other.
Yes.
He loved big hunks of meat paws. So you'd call them
That's hilarious.
slapping meat paws.
Hilarious.
Pause.
Hilarious.
So, I'm not trying, but that's what he
I'm
that's what he called it.
I'm following.
Big,
Yeah.
strong people
People.
wrestling
Yes.
together.
He like big, strong,
Like muscular people.
strapping men. Yes.
And you know what?
Gotcha. He hired those ones.
We're gonna be
For
in a
the show.
pause-free zone for 5 minutes because what Z's explaining is like, no, there's an actual.
Like
There's an actual look that he wanted.
yeah, like John Cena, Batista, The Rock type look. So he always wanted those type. So
Big, burly, tall.
at a point, it seemed like, cause he got let go at one point. He got let go at one point.
Who? Vince?
McMahon.
Did he get let go? By who? Wait. By the company he got let go?
Come at one point, yeah. They said because he got that's not the first allegation.
How? Okay, but see, and this is the reason why I feel like there's so much more. So Vince, did he get let go, or they just told him not to be in the public's eye?
But now that's the part I don't know. I
Because
think they told the public that he was
you know he is the owner.
yeah, but they
Like WWE is his.
but,
Wait.
no, hold on.
Wait a second. I know when you go public and you have to like, you have other business partners. There's
Yeah.
something called board of directors.
Yes.
Directors. Right.
Yes.
There's a bunch of that.
So and they could vote you out.
They could, but they never did.
I don't remember exactly how it was. I know he was out. All I know he was out. Like he was out because I remember wrestling getting better
Out of the public.
because back in the day people were getting released and a lot of guys are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
All the younger the actual talented wrestlers were they're built. It's like they were rebuilding like
roster.
wrestlers.
Yeah,
Because sometimes you just have John Cena all the time,
Mm-hmm.
or you have this person all the time, and they all have the
Mm-hmm.
But then you can get like somebody that's not that fit but could work.
Right.
Has the
Right.
showmanship.
This is when
yeah,
Triple H was more on, like on,
It's running the show.
Running the show,
But
okay.
then he had a heart attack. He had like a heart surgery, and then it seemed like Vince McMahon just slid right back in. But it wasn't like you didn't even notice it. It was like Orochimaru from like Naruto when he like slides like a snake. But because all you notice is you're watching wrestling and you're like, why did this guy randomly come into the match? Why did this big burly man just beat up everybody and now he's the thing? This seems like Vince McMahon's writing.
Ooh, okay, like
Why did all these guys that were just blowing up all got released?
I get okay.
And they're killing it in AEW now because like they were talented, but they're
Right.
killing in the other company. But like, how did this happen? It's like Vince McMahon coming, and then the man popped up. As soon as they were talking about buying the company, this man popped up in the Schindler mustache.
And the weirdest mustache.
And I
I've
said,
seen.
"Oh, allegedly, this is all alleged because we don't have money." Popped up out of the woodwork, and he's just there. He's not saying much, but he's there.
Right.
So you found out all these allegations. Now there's a whole bunch of mud allegations.
Now,
I don't want to dive into it too much.
I mean,
just wanna give
you
a-
kind of got to give a backstory as to why this is such an important event that's happening.
so I want to give a little expert, just a viewer discretion is advised. Now, I'm not gonna say like the obvious stuff, but in one text message,
Trust me, you could.
Okay, here, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I love it. That's you, Janelle. You just can't get enough, can you? In the future is going to be so bad that you'll demand to be twice a day and not with a person in a three-way. Why not let others see the beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably while they'll go out of their minds.
Okay, all right.
Now,
let's
now,
leave it at that. Let's
Okay.
leave it at that for now.
So what Katie is
'Cause I
actually
can
reading
hear him
off
saying it.
of.
That's the problem.
that's
I
the,
can hear him saying it.
What he's reading off is the briefing that you can find actually online if you search.
it's out.
What's his last name? Manonen. What's his last name?
Oh, McMahon.
McMahon versus Grant.
Grant, yes.
So
That's her
if you
name, yeah.
check that, you'll actually be able to see the brief and all the different contexts. It's about 137 pages, but trust me,
137.
you will get through it very quickly. You will
Because
get
what,
through.
it's
No,
like-
I think it's 67. Sorry,
67?
67 pages, and you will be able to get through it very quickly.
You know the Cassie and Diddy thing? I'm going to link these two together. But you know the Cassie and Diddy thing? That was like 35, right? So this page is double.
Yes.
Like roughly double.
And it contains the actual
Music
inserts of
from
their
121.
conversations and everything.
Wow.
The lead up, everything. You get the past, you get the reason why Grant was even hired under the company. You get how long the duration of this employment was. You understand the text and the communication between the both of them. And you also see what the actual final things that they're pushing for prosecution. So there's a lot. And on top of it, really, what the main reason for all of this, it really isn't even the harassment itself.
He didn't pay.
He didn't pay. He did not pay.
They just
That
got
is
him like a 10 billion and he didn't pay.
Literally.
Let the check bounce or something and then
Let the-
didn't
wow.
pay. That didn't pay.
Literally. The man
was
was
like a mil.
offering 3 million, only paid 1, and then disappeared.
Now, let's just take a breather here. When I texted this news in the chat, the first thing I said is, Grant got how am I gonna say this?
Yes.
Got rained on, and I said, "Damn, she got rained on for $1 million." But apparently she's supposed to get paid 3. But her allegation
I
is
thought you were about to challenge it. I'm like, where are you going with this? Where are you going? I was like, sir.
But even then,
you got rained on for that.
but I mean,
She got 30.
as a result, right, is now getting 12.
Timestamp this, timestamp wherever that happened. Edit that. Okay, edit that part out.
Like that's
But yes. But mind you, that was longer.
yeah,
You
but
have to remember
10
that.
years versus
Right. Versus the 3 or 4?
yeah, because I think it happened in 2020,
Yeah. No, 2019.
2019.
Yes.
You know what it is for me? Like, because you guys can read the exhorts and whatever. But like, I feel like when, like, it's not like, I know that situation happened, and it's unfortunate all that stuff happened. But what it is for me is the fact that it's like, yo, why does it feel like when you make a certain amount of money, you do some next type of buffoonery, yo? When you make a certain amount of money and you open the gates to a lot of things, I feel like you're just mad out yourself, yo.
No.
Like,
Or does the money just reveal who they
Who
were,
they really were.
so you were insane the whole time?
and all you had to be given was resources?
Yes. Because that's all
Free
that.
reign.
You have to remember, that's what money
Do you
is.
feel like that happens every time? Because some people, they
No.
might not start like that, and then,
Yes,
hey,
they've
let's
always
have more
started like that.
escargot.
No, they've
Like, we
always
don't need
started
chicken
like that.
anymore. We whales.
No.
Whale fins.
No, they
Like,
always.
you don't want to, like, hey, I have money to be a vegan. Like, you know what I mean? You could do things, but like, it's not like you can't. It's like you can't say like it becomes who you are. Maybe it becomes who you are for some people, but I do think like there's a certain lane that certain people make, and they'll make a certain amount of money and they'll do certain things, and they'll be like, who cares? I killed money. I'm a millionaire. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I guess you're right with the resources. I guess.
Yeah,
but
because
like-
money is a resource.
But then I feel like you said, well,
worth-
no, you didn't say it, but like,
He's worth like billions. So something
Yeah.
about that billion thing.
He's
like,
worth I never checked his net
let me
worth,
see.
but I
Hold
think
on.
he's like
Let me
about
research right now. Hold on.
20.
But these guys make enough money and they do some freak boy something like. You see what I'm saying? You're just doing something like you make a certain amount of money. You're just low.
I don't think
Yes.
that
What you say?
is true.
It's a guan.
I think that they were like that before the money came.
Wow.
It's just that the money enhanced, and as they say,
So 2.8.
okay.
Yeah.
So as they say,
Oh, it was.
if you don't, whatever issue or problem that you never nip in the butt when it's small, it's only gonna get bigger when you have money. So if he had an issue beforehand, if he had a lustful eye from before, then he's gonna continue to have a lustful eye. It's gonna be even on a bigger platter.
I think so. I agree with you in certain aspects, but I do think like a certain amount of money
Changes people.
changes people
I don't think so.
because you'll meet a certain amount of people. Like when you make a certain amount of money, you probably be associated with a certain amount of people.
I think what we see.
Like you hear what
looks like
happens in
change.
Dubai. You
Yes,
see what happens in
I
Dubai,
understand
and these
that.
people have a certain amount of money,
Yeah.
and they think that's okay. It's a
Yeah,
normal
yeah,
thing.
yeah. No, I get it. I get what you're saying. But I don't think people change per se in the sense that in their heart, I think what they wanted to do when they have money and the idea of when they have money has always been there. It's just that when they finally have the money, they can actually live to what their heart has been saying.
Okay.
To that extent,
That's.
I agree because you could go as far as your heart wants you to go.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's some people that show you a new lane. Like here,
To influence you.
it's cocaine. You know what I mean? Your heart, you never wanted it, but now that you have enough money, you don't have to do crack.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? But you see what I'm
was not ready
saying?
for that.
Like it's like
You
it
can do
opens.
finer things
You can do finer drugs.
Right. Yeah.
like Angel does.
Like that's not a
Like-
fine one.
You know what I mean?
That's not a one.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't do that one. No.
yeah. You can make the cure with the money you have, or you can
Oh.
make the cure and charge everybody for it.
I mean,
Like,
this
you
is
see
true.
what I'm saying?
This
Like
is
it
very
gets
true.
I'm not saying the love of money is the root of all evil,
Yes, the love of it.
but I feel like
But this is not a love of money, clearly.
It's just
That was not his issue.
He's just.
This was power.
I'm not co-signing any. Hey, let's make it clear.
Yeah, like
I'm not
nah.
co-signing anything
no,
he's doing.
not
I'm
saying
just
that
saying
you are.
like,
But
just-
like, you're saying that, okay, money gets to a point, and then when you get to a point, you just seem to be doing something that's just like absolutely
Diabolical.
Not, yeah,
I
like
feel like
you
you're
know,
open
the
and accessible
morale
to
is
a
not
bunch
here,
of
like,
stuff.
you know. But I think that's what I said. I think that he has the fact that the fact that he stepped out on his wife. He's been a married man this entire time. So it didn't matter whether he had the money. Him having a lustful eye was the root of his issue.
First off,
No money could take that away from him.
this is how you know these mans are crazy. Let me tell you why. He made that a wrestling skit.
Yeah, he did.
Yes. Oh, go. Yo, run it down.
Let me tell you,
Run it down the history.
The things
what I
this
mean.
man.
Pay attention,
Yo,
guys.
the thing this man
girls.
did in wrestling, he had an issue. He had a thing where he did this whole promo where he was talking to God, where like a light will come down and it's like, you wanna do something to me. Try to like prove like atheist type thing.
Right.
Like he's done a bunch of. I remember one time they did a documentary when there's a guy, RP Draws. He was auditioning for become wrestling.
Right.
And he's looking at him. Oh, you want to get into the industry? I was like, we're gonna call you the Vomit, and every time I say your name, you throw up. It's like, Vomit, and the man says, like, shut up. And I'm just like, ladies and gentlemen, the Vomit. Like the man should heal up, like I'm like, and it's like, you know how insane that looks. Even as a kid, you're looking like this man is insane.
Right.
But these are the scripts that
he was
would do.
making.
But it worked in certain aspects.
Right.
He had the Kiss My Ass Club.
Exactly.
So what? So for those that remember, the Kiss My Ass Club by Vince McMahon,
Did
where
they actually kiss?
I think if you lost
Yes.
a match, he'll be like, you know what time it is, and then he'll just national TV. He'll pull his pants down, and he'll have the mic, like this, and then he'll be like, do it, do it.
Wow. And people are kissing their ass.
Yes.
So then that is his issue.
He's a freak boy.
No,
a
it's not a
madman.
freak boy. That's not a freak boy thing.
At one time, this man said the N-word.
I'm not okay.
That's what's up. Yeah.
That's not mine. The man was walking around the do-rag with the walk. Just
Oh,
walking.
that walk
like,
is
the
wild.
walk-
Honestly,
that's the
that
most
walk is the
bossy
wildest
walk
thing
ever.
Ever. That is the wildest
No
walk ever.
chance.
No.
No chance in
Crazy.
hell. I remember this man said, I don't want the black guys. Like, get out of my state. Like, yo, get the black guys out of here.
But you know
My
what?
kind in
You
here.
know what?
You're fired.
You know what I realized
Like-
after like listening and seeing how he is and how he moves and whatever? This man really, he has very much a good understanding of dominion over himself. And I say this because the fact that he's going over to people and finding ways, he will find a prey and make sure he has you do whatever you want or whatever he wants.
Now that you mentioned the vomit story, that kind of sounds like
Right?
I can turn this guy.
And the
out.
man's
Yo,
like, I could do this, and you know,
yo, when I say you're gonna vomit, you're gonna
you
vomit.
vomit. Like,
it's in the documentary.
That's what I mean.
The vomit.
But he already understood his. He could see that
knew
and
his
understood.
power.
Yeah, exactly. He knew his authority. He knew his dominance. Like
Wow.
he understood his dominion over whatever he was doing. And if he wanted you to do something for him, he knew he could pull the strings to make sure you do it.
And I feel like he made a certain type of money that he think it was okay to do that type of thing.
But I don't think the money has anything to do with it.
I think that makes him bulletproof.
Nah, because what he was offering, okay, from the brief, what he was offering the girl was actually job security. So it wasn't money.
What cost?
It was,
At
you need a
what
job,
cost?
I have a company, come work. That's not him putting money into her pocket or saying, you come here and I'm going to pay you to be my mistress. That wasn't
He's
it.
just mod. He's just mod, yo.
Now
I'm telling you, he's just mod.
I'm gonna do the same thing as the first time. I'm just gonna
Like-
I'm gonna say a little excerpt. Just follow the mind stick.
Yo, the texts were crazy.
I don't want to.
Okay, so read your last picture. You need your ripped off and 3 British broadcast channels, all 3 at the same time, way up your tiger, and way up your
The fact that you called it a tiger. Let's stop right there.
yeah.
Like he's a mod. Like
He's
here's the thing.
he's
There-
request.
Here's the thing.
Yo.
The problem is, like, you could say that he's created something that was entertaining for everybody to watch, but like, there's a sick, like,
Twisted.
Yeah.
like. Last time when I watch certain movies, and I see people like certain Saw series and certain things, and I'm like, how sick are you to explain this part
To somebody.
to someone?
And visually do it.
Nah, too much blood, too much. I want to hear bones crack.
Yo.
But then on top of it, you have to remember, it's group thinking on top of it. So not only is one person saying to the actor, first off, it's the actor bringing it to life. The director saying, no, that's not realistic enough. Then the video people getting the right angles to make it look better. Then the editor going back to say, let's add some sounds to this. And then you have the soundtrack people and the sound designer going like, we need to have the cracking a little bit more echo.
Like yeah, morally.
You know, it's
But
a group effort.
he's the money man. He's the one that's still gonna be like, there might be a group and he'll be like, no, more blood. But Mr. McMahon, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
Yeah.
he's the guy, because that's what happened. Like, I'm telling you, based off how like certain of his wrestling stuff, if you looked, you could tell that his name is all under this. There'll be a good story, you know, like for something. I don't know if you guys know this. Black wrestler, Kofi Kingston, whatever. He's doing his thing, gets the belt. Get Brock Lesnar in here. Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar comes, swipes it, 10 seconds, loses the belt in
Right,
like
right,
10,
right, yeah.
15 seconds.
That was a little.
That's a part of it. It's just a part of it.
Yeah.
That happens to be one of the alleged wrestlers that are inside the brief as well.
No, not Kofi. Brock.
No,
Brock.
Lesnar.
Who they didn't allege it.
They kept
Alleged.
saying he was the superstar, WWE
MMA
superstar.
MMA super.
That's what they kept referring
That
to.
kind of narrows it down.
In 2021 and
That kind of narrows it
but
down.
yeah, I think money plays a part. as much as like yes, money is a good thing, I do think it plays a part. And then the people that I feel like to make a certain amount of money, you gotta meet a certain amount of people. And those type of people. I mean, you watch Squid Games. Those type of people are like, I don't know if it's a secret of society. I don't know what you want to call it, but there's a different mind when you reach a certain level.
So for those that didn't watch like Squid Games, you're talking about the when they're towards
Basically,
the end,
the elite guys.
yeah, you see them in the mask, they're just like, oh, they look at you like you're a cattle. And you're like, oh, blow his head off, like. And when they have the wine in hand and they're watching, they're getting a live view of the games. Like people are jumping off the bridge, and they're just like,
You might not share a guy with this person. It's like, I watch it with 3 black. Like you're fetishizing over certain things.
same thing as Diddy, yeah, allegedly.
So that's another thing.
It's a parallel.
Yeah.
Parallel.
I
Yes.
feel there's a certain mind. Yes, there's a mind aspect to it, but I do think the money and the power. I guess power as well. Yeah, power.
Power, yeah. Influence, resources.
You know what I did? I created this. You can't tell me nothing.
And you mentioned something
I will
important.
disappear you off the face of the earth.
You mentioned something important though, like once you hit a certain status and they go, oh, you can make money like that? Okay, come with us and we're gonna make more money together. But you don't know
What the mind is like.
You don't know who you're linking up with.
But who are we to say? Like we just watch it from the outside. Maybe there's another aspect to it. You know what I mean? But just the way it seems, just
What Cat Williams said, he meant it. Like when exposure this year, he really meant it. Like
a lot of y'all gonna need Jesus this year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. A lot of y'all gonna need Jesus this year. I'll tell you. Okay.
I don't know, like predictions, like the outcome. I mean, I didn't think he would resign like that, but I mean,
I think he did. I think.
no, McMahon. I think I saw wrestling. He had to resign. They're just like, nah, this is enough. No,
Resign.
Because this is like the second big one.
the second big one, yeah.
But because
Sir,
remember,
step down.
because they were gonna give him jail time because apparently he was using company money for
Yes.
before.
Yes.
It
Because
was
when
jail time before.
I didn't know that.
But they
Yes.
obviously
because
bulletproof
that's the reason
immunity or
why,
whatever.
right? Because he kept that's the main reason why the actual WWE is under wrap.
Wow.
And then he is the person who is the head of it because again he's the owner. And the thing is, you have to question who else is also involved. So a lot of the people that are inside the excerpt, they're just like there's many people who are aware of their relationship.
Right, like other writers.
Right. And she actually worked in their law system.
You see, I don't know where she worked. I just knew that she
So-
was a part of. I didn't read the transcripts. I seen a couple things.
Yes,
and
yes,
I said,
yes.
okay.
Yes. But then
You've seen
also,
enough.
there's another person who's also in it. It's not just McMahon. There's another individual who also used to be wrestling as well, who's in this as well. And he stopped as
He got let go, right?
Yeah.
Laurinaitis.
yes.
Allegedly, John Laurinaitis. And he got caught up in the last one.
Wow.
He got caught up in the last one, and then so it is.
So yeah.
I think for the future, like
Wrestling is getting good in WWE. That's all I'm saying.
Well, with
And
the
when
people
when
who
he's
are
gone, wrestling was getting good. So
it's like that's a
if
prediction.
it slowly starts to get bad, he's
he's
there.
not letting go. He's just
Because at one point, because I remember I watched like behind the scenes wrestling stuff, and people talk about, and they'd be like, "Yo, he's here, he's at the event, but they say he's not running it. Why is he backstage? Like little by little, it's just always around.
Yeah.
I heard, you know.
right.
Well, I mean, he's the one who's
That's-
cutting everybody's check. Though.
Remember, and that's when Stephanie McMahon stepped down at one point too.
Right.
His own daughter, yeah.
And there's a whole mix in there that we don't know. It's all alleged.
It's a family business.
Yes, yeah, like
And I feel like they all have ties. You know what I mean? You know,
now it's not a really sidebar, but like I always question the Trump and his relationship. That's
they all have ties. They
With
all-
who?
they all link.
Vince
Oh,
McMahon,
when
Vince McMahon,
he-
Donald
They're
Trump.
cool.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
he appeared on theirs a few times.
They're cool like that.
I found that interesting. Right? Ooh, this is one of these topics where you're just like, you go outside and you're just like,
You gotta look.
who's in the
around.
bush? Who's that?
You look under your car.
Ah.
And the worst thing about it, I remember that too. He did a freaking story where he pretended that he died. He went into a limo and he blew up. and they were gonna blame Bobby Lashley because he was in the army, and I think he used to do bombs in the army. That was supposed to be a storyline, but what happened was
Too real.
I think Chris Benoit passed,
or
like Eddie Guerrero. One of the, I think it was Chris when Chris Benoit passed, and then he popped up, and then my mom. I remember I'm like, Mom, he passed away. He's like, no, he's right there.
Like,
I remember I was like, what type of foolish shit I talk about? He's right there. I look, and his hair, like, haircut, but his hair is cut.
right.
And I'm just like, what? They said, because they played into the role like every time the Raw match started, they'd show like the tribute.
Oh wow, okay.
That's how deep they were trying to go into the storyline. But then, long story short, Chris Benoit thing passed, and then I think they flipped it in a way where I think he was under investigation for the bomb thing. Like these guys, WWE had some crazy moments. Remember the Undertaker.
Remember the one someone gave birth to a hand. Yes, you heard that right, Z. Someone gave birth to a hand.
Remember, the Dudley Boys took an 80-year-old and threw her, powerbombed her off the stage.
Off the stage. What's her name? Mae Young.
Mae Young, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Rest in power.
Lift her up and powerbombed her into tables off the stage.
And Bubba just had that I can't imitate without laughing. He had that. It was just breathing.
And you know what's funny?
Like,
they talked about it like Mae Young was actually about it. She was about it. She was like, don't go soft on me.
wow.
What, she was trying to pay somebody out on her insurance? Like, what
I
happened?
see though. There's one where Mae Young trying to fight Kurt Angle, and she's punching, and the man's like taking it. He's like, wait, hold on, you're 80 years old. Just pick up, like just slam. I said,
Yo, wrestling man. Remember the Big Show and Big Boss Man where it was what happened?
the funeral, and the man's dad actually passed. I think he passed in real life or whatever, but they played along where the funeral, where Big Boss Man goes up to the funeral and like toe chucked the casket and was dragging it, and the man's on top. No, like.
And so like you see a scene like the car's going like this, and the guy's on top of the casket like no.
I remember I remember one time I thought like in real life, like my poor soul saw a lynching. I remember this. I was watching, was it WrestleMania when Undertaker, and he had his crew, and they hanged up Big Boss Man, and they had the noose, and I did not see that they just clipped the back of his. But my young soul like, the man's like getting lynched. Another time, they had a guy, I forgot his name.
So Vince was really into
pandering to a lot of things.
Yeah.
He had, like racism. Like, yo, there's one time Undertaker, and I think it's Ahmad Hassan something.
Ooh,
the man came out.
Listen to this.
The man came out. Man did the, pardon me, the Allah Akbar, Allah has, Allah something there.
Yeah.
And man's in cargo jeans and black mask, dressed as like Taliban, ISIS or Taliban. Yeah. Ran in the ring, started beating the man up.
Yeah.
Clubbed like, and I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. But he thought that's how it worked.
Gotcha.
There were a lot of outrage things, man. That was just wrestling then.
Sounds like he was a soap opera king of WWE.
I mean,
at the time, WCW couldn't match those things. Those were like
those are wild.
Those are serious sitting.
The fact that everyone was okay. Well, you know what? I stand corrected. Maybe they weren't okay. They just knew that was their job.
Someone died in the ring, and the show went on.
What?
Owen Hart
died in the ring.
Rest in peace, Owen Hart.
Dark side of the ring. Someone died in the ring. Suspended, dropped. I think it was like 50 feet.
Oh gosh.
Died in the ring. Died. Had, I don't know how. Like, it was crazy what they're talking about. Broke, like there was a dent in the corner of the ring.
Yeah.
That should have canceled the show. The man said the show must go on.
Yeah.
Undertaker's doing blood still in the ring, little blood and stuff in the ring. Yeah. Undertaker's in the ring. He's supposed to wrestle Stone Cold. Stone Cold's coming out.
Yeah.
Right.
Undertaker, you could see that his like body's like,
oh, like he's kind of like
scared.
Like he's trying to keep the character, but his face is looking at the thing like he keeps looking at the spot.
Yeah.
And he's like stuck on the spot where the guy just died.
I didn't know. Yeah, I gotta watch that then. I didn't know.
It's in the dark side of the ring. He's stuck in the spot. And the problem is, because the show must go on. You're tampering with evidence.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's a little.
It got like
I
I'm
know
telling
you're
you,
involved.
wrestling it's great, but it got deep. They had some moments where it was just
It was, yeah. Wow.
The controversy. Well, in his personal life,
Yeah, this.
not only his work life, I don't think he actually could separate any of them. Because it seems like your personal life is your work
Is
life.
your work, yeah.
like, and then I think about like all these
Out here,
weird
people's
things
real
of these.
dads are dying, and you're actually doing whole shows off of
Yo,
somebody's
yo.
dead
I
dad.
never think about
Remember-
it. It's like what?
Here's another one. Edge and Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy was dating Lita in real life. Matt Hardy started cheating on Lita. Lita started cheating on Matt Hardy with Edge.
Right.
The man said, "What? Make this a WWE story, bro." At one point, Edge is there in the ring. Matt Hardy goes in the ring, starts fighting him.
Right.
It wasn't fake blows.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it was
gonna
re-
be
it was
real.
like,
It was real.
wow. Okay.
They're fighting to the point that this guy's like, he even said his real name. We're like, F you, Adam. They said, oh, you guys have issues in your life? Let's put it in the wrestling script.
Yeah, that's what I say. It doesn't
Yeah,
seem like he
real.
was separating.
It's provocative. It gets people going.
Okay, Vince. I
It's unfortunate, but
and yet people still paid money for it. So
yep.
Because it's going to.
Honest
It's like
entertainment.
you could go to Broadway or you can go like see wrestlers.
yeah,
Money in the Bank is coming to Toronto, and I
yeah,
want to get my tickets.
Like that's
I
it.
want to go.
You're going.
I want to go.
yeah.
It might be a lot, but I want to go. And this is the problem with the madness of society in our lives. Like, because the problem is like, I feel like, and I don't know if it's a sociological thing, it's like, I don't know if it's like every great thing or whatever it is, there's just some madness to it. But then you kind of have to like accept it because you like it. Like, you know, like, not, you don't like the madness, but like,
You like the product out of the madness, yes.
like you have a smartphone break, but then you find out like if you get a Tesla, you're supporting child labor.
Right.
So it's like, but some people are like, get electric cars for it's good for the environment. I'm like, what about the environment of the kids? And like, you know what I mean?
Different countries. Yeah.
And then it's like, that's not important. You see what I'm saying?
Your
If they-
happiness is.
They're kind of.
But then it's like, then you have a situation where certain things happen and you're like, oh, I am tired of you guys. I am outraged. Oh, I'm shaking. Well, I use a smartphone that was all parts came from child labor.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and then the nerve to say you love kids. And like, you know what I mean? And all these different things. You see what I'm saying? It's tough. You see what I'm saying?
It sounds like you're having a hard time whether you should like the art that is produced from the artist.
Should I go to Money in the Bank? Well, I mean, think about it. There's artists that they like their music, but then you find out the whole story.
But the
Like that,
artist,
how they're-
yeah.
Do you still play it? Or you play it now knowing that there's a whole underlying story to the situation?
Right.
Right. It's like I heard about Kurt Cobain the other day. Like for those that know, obviously fans.
Oh, he passed away.
He passed away, but like a while ago, like a long time ago. But like he made spectacular music, but the personal life was just he was
Nice.
he was a champion heroin addict. I'm not saying disrespectfully. Like no, he was a hardcore drug addict. He was like unhoused at one point. The wrong people entered his life, took advantage of him. You know what I'm saying? It's just. But despite that, I guess that fueled
His
the creativity.
Music.
Yeah.
Right?
And you can feel.
You can feel it, yeah.
And that's
One of the things with Nirvana, people say it all the time, whether you're from like black areas, like I don't know about the Caribbean, but like what do you think from areas like in New York, like Brooklyn or like Mississippi,
you know.
somehow that band just transcended everything. So people go like, oh, you listen to Nirvana too, and they're like, it's in a demographic you don't expect, but because the music hits so hard, it just crossed everything, right? I think he's one of the last bands to do that.
Well, maybe that just comes with all of that, right?
I don't know.
In order for you to succeed such a level, you have to engage in something that seems
Or go through something.
that seems a little extreme to the average person.
It's like the what's it called? You either Bruce Banner or Hulk. One or the
Or Batman.
or you know what? No,
You could be every. I don't know. Like there's something.
wait a minute. You started something that I thought about for a
But I
while.
mean, Batman is not really the greatest
No, like
superhero to talk
like
about.
so Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is like okay,
A rich.
Beating up on the mental illness.
but Batman, I think he's the villain. I think people looked at Batman
And you know
wrong
what?
the whole time. I think Batman's really the
That's
villain.
why
That's
I
a lot
tried
of
to.
people say
I
that.
wanted to retract what I was saying. Because but at the same time,
Like solve the crime, Batman. No, it's just
I'm gonna break his neck.
no.
Just on vengeance.
They just escape and
Yeah.
no. But why don't you just kill Joker and just end it all? No, because it's too easy to kill.
I want him to feel.
I want-
I want him to feel the pain.
It's like Batman. I think you're a villain.
You out here running the streets doing your own.
that Twitter account. Shout out to that Twitter account. Batman slander. That opened my eyes a little. I was like, wait, this guy's more evil.
That a lot of people think.
It was Vince
Yeah.
Staples. Vince Staples. When I heard him talk about it, I was actually.
I was like, yeah, Vince. Yeah, shout out to Vince Staples.
But that's
yeah.
also why a lot of people say he's not a Superman. Like he's not a superhero.
He's not a super. He's like a.
He's anti
vigilante.
Yeah.
in a way.
He's just an anti-vigilante.
Look at it that way, guys.
Not a super.
Bruce Wayne, and Batman's a villain.
well, let's